Hi, I'm Nigel from Power to Max, and today we're installing an NGeco power meter on a Rotor Aldhu 3D Plus crankset. Rotor makes their Aldhu crank in 2 axle diameters. The 3D Plus is their stiffer, more lightweight 30mm version. Now let's get going on the installation. Your first step is to use a 10mm Allen wrench to remove the drive side crank arm. Next, you need to align the 3 marks on the crank spindle with the 3 marks found on the Power to Max spider. Now apply a small amount of grease to the interface. Next, slide the Power to Max spider onto the spindle, ensuring that the marks are aligned. Using the same 10mm Allen wrench, install the crank arm. Use a torque wrench to tighten the crank arm to 40 Newton meters. We recommend always torquing to this maximum value. Just like you did on the drive side, now remove the non-drive side crank arm using a 10mm Allen wrench. Grease the bearings in your bottom bracket. Check to make sure that the bearing covers are in place on your bottom bracket. Ensure you use the proper spacers for your frame. The Aldhu 30mm crank works with nearly all frames on the market and comes with the proper spacers to fit these compatible frames. Install a spacer on the non-drive side axle if needed. Now install the non-drive side crank, making sure it is 180 degrees from the drive side crank. Again, torque this with a 10mm Allen wrench to 40 Newton meters. Turn the preload nut clockwise until it is snug against the spacer or bearing cover, using a 2.5mm Allen wrench. Tighten the preload nut using only 2 fingers to ensure that you do not over tighten and strip this small bolt. Thanks for joining us on how to install a Power to Max power meter on a Rotor Aldhu 3D Plus crankset. That's how simple it is to start training using accurate, reliable power data with Power to Max. If you want to know more about training with power, make sure to subscribe to our channel or ask a question in the comments below.